Hey everybody, this is Steven from Team S Productions, and this is almost every way to get smooth footage. This is a camera. It uses a lens to focus light onto a sensor to capture an image. They come in a lot of different styles, each one optimized for a different shooting environment. Showing photos in a quick succession creates the illusion of motion, also known as video. One of the biggest challenges when shooting video is getting smooth footage. If you move the camera in any direction, you run the risk of capturing shaky footage. Today, we're going to take this camera and get smooth footage in as many ways as we can possibly think of, so you can see the process and maybe learn something new. Handheld. In its most basic form, shooting smooth footage can be done just by using your hands. Although it is one of the easiest methods, the footage is usually quite shaky as it is a tough technique to master. Ninja walk. For this one, we're going to travel back in time to the 15th century to channel our inner ninja. Walk as carefully as you can, being sure not to make any sudden moves that could ruin the shot. Warp stabilizer. If you're in a real bind, you can always just fix it in post. Use warp stabilizer to help smooth out your footage. But be careful, post-production stabilizers have a tendency to make your footage look like jello on a warm summer's day. Slow motion. If your camera can shoot in 60 frames per second or higher, you're in luck. Slow motion is a great way to slow down those shakes you may have and give it a smoother feel. Camera strap extension. Do you feel the tension in the air? No? Just me? Well, use that tension and apply it to your camera strap. Pull the camera away from your body, putting a bit of force on the camera itself. This isolates the camera from many of those pesky vibrations and unwanted movements. Skateboard. Ditch your dreams of becoming the next Tony Hawk and put that board to work. Skateboards are a creative way to smooth out your footage and give you hands-free operation. Just look out for any cracks or rocks in the sidewalk, or you'll be sent straight to the store to buy a new camera. Bicycle. A little safer than a skateboard, try a bike. Have a friend pedal as you ride on the front, getting the smoothest of shots. Make sure your assistant knows their way around a bicycle before you begin. Rollerblades. Give the roller derby a pass this weekend and use those concrete gliders as a way to fly over smooth terrain and give you some stable footage. Tripod lean. For this one, firmly plant 2 feet of a tripod on the ground and push the tripod over in a controlled manner, as to raise the third leg off the ground to create a smooth pushing motion. Tripod over shoulder. If you're used to carrying the team on your shoulders, this method is for you. Just lift a collapsed tripod with a camera attached over your shoulder and use it as a makeshift shoulder rig. Upside down tripod. I'm Batman. Wait, just kidding. But for this one, we're going to do it just like the bats and hang a tripod upside down with a camera attached to the bottom. This will move the center of gravity down and create steady camera motion. Sock drag. If you haven't done your laundry in a few weeks, you could use a sock. Just place your camera on the sock and drag it across a smooth surface. Towel drag. Also, if you just got out of the shower, you could use a dirty towel. Just place your camera on the towel, rinse, and repeat. Pencil crayons. For this one, grab some pencil crayons and do it as the Egyptians did by using the power of rolling. Simply place a flat board on top of the pencil crayons and gently roll your way to a smooth shot. RC car. It's time to relive some childhood fun. Grab a remote control car and attach your camera to the top. Drive around to capture some unique angles while keeping your camera steady. Who knew filming could be so fun? Actual car. Alternatively, if you aren't a child, you can use an actual car. Get your friend to drive as you hold your camera out the window. Just make sure you don't fall out. Sideways lunges. It's leg day. The only gear you need for this shot is your own 2 legs. Just plant your feet and lean side to side while extending your arms to reduce the shake. Feel the burn. Office chair. You might think you're out of luck getting smooth footage in the office, but you, my friend, are wrong. Grab your favorite coworker and have them push you across the floor in an office chair as a makeshift dolly. Plasma car. Vroom vroom! Let your inner child take the wheel as you cruise around looking straight gangster. Shooting from the car is a bit of a challenge, but it's definitely worth it for the shot. Unicycle. If you're down to clown, this one's for you. Unfortunately, the learning curve is steep, but it has the advantage of hands-free operation, leaving you free to shoot buttery smooth footage. Heelys. Take a break from sliding into everybody's DMs and use your swag to up your filmmaking game. Now you can get great shots while still being a smooth operator. DIY slider. Instead of DMs, try sliding your camera on your very own DIY slider. All you need is a couple of metal tubes, a light socket holder, and eardrums of steel. Hanging by a belt. Let gravity do the work on this one by using your belt to suspend your camera in the air. Try swinging it forward and back and side to side to get rock solid content. Just be careful your pants don't fall down. GLIDECAM. This is a GLIDECAM. It doesn't use any batteries or motors to balance the camera and smooths out any shakes. These things are relatively inexpensive when compared to motorized gimbals. STEADICAM. If your arms get tired or you have a large camera, you can use a STEADICAM. This is the closest thing you're gonna get to a third arm. Attach the GLIDECAM and you're set for the whole day. Motorized gimbal. These things have gotten very popular in the last few years. Using motors to hold your camera, they counteract every movement that acts on it. This is our favorite method. Motorized phone gimbal. If you're a mobile shooter, this is for you. Strap on your smartphone and watch as your camera glides through the air. Perfect if you're a dad making a vlog on a vacation. Hoverboard. Let's take it back to 2016. These things were all the rage and happened to make perfect dollies. There is a slight learning curve, but if you master it, it's smooth sailing. Unless you forgot to charge it, like me. One wheel. Very similar to the hoverboard, you lean forward and the one wheel does the rest. An advantage over the hoverboard is that the one wheel is off-road capable. Shoulder rig. Now you can feel like a news cameraman. Throw that baby on your shoulder and watch the shakiness disappear. They are very inexpensive nowadays and can easily be found on Amazon. Cable cam. Use 2 pulleys and a little bit of ingenuity as you watch gravity pull your camera along. This is perfect for getting a drone-like perspective when surrounded by obstacles such as trees or poles. Attach a brick. So, the renovation on your house isn't quite done yet, and it's a perfect opportunity to stabilize your footage. All you need to do is attach a brick to the bottom of your camera. Moving dolly. Oh no! The renovation on your house took a turn for the worse, and now you're moving into a new place. Fantastic! Use that moving dolly as yet another way to stabilize your footage. Camera jib. Now you can feel like a real Hollywood production. A little out of reach for the average video shooter, but if you got it, why not use it? Drill slider. If you're a construction worker, add this one to your toolbox. Very similar to the towel, but without any of the work. FPV drone. Get the rush of feeling like a bird soaring above the treetops with an FPV drone. Be warned, there is a steep learning curve and you can easily drill your camera into the ground. Camera sailboat. Ahoy, matey! Live your dreams of sailing the high seas by using a sailboat to move your camera. A light breeze is required, so plan accordingly. And that's it. That's almost every way to get smooth footage. Obviously, some of these techniques are pretty ridiculous, but some are actually practical. If you've got other ways that we didn't think of, feel free to leave them in the comments. Huge shout out to Bon Appetit for this idea. Their video, Every Way to Cook an Egg, was our inspiration, but instead of using eggs, we used cameras. Also, if you enjoyed the music throughout this video, it was all provided by Epidemic Sound. It's a great source for filmmakers and content creators to find music that you can use on all platforms. If you would like a 30-day free trial, check out the link in the description. Finally, follow us on Instagram at TMSProductions_ if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys next week.
Taking on water?
No, we're good. We're good.
What was that? She's hitting like a riptide. It's a turtle!